Alright, what we're going to do in this video is create a analytics report that's going to look like this report on the bottom, and we're going to have a column for the course name, the course code, the MMS ID number of the item that's on the reading list, the title of the resource that's on the reading list, and the number of loans, and then the grand total of all of the loans for for all of the courses that you see listed in column 1. And then we're going to add a drop-down menu, and for the drop-down menu we want all of the courses to be pre-selected, so that the user doesn't have to check each individual checkbox to get a report that lists all of the courses. And so here is the criteria for this particular report, and you see I have all of the columns here, and you'll have to have associated course name is not null, because if you don't add that filter, then you're going to get items that are not associated with a course on your report. So associated course name is not null is going to give you a report that only gives you results if there is a course name, because I'm assuming that all of the reading lists are attached to a course that is named. And then we're going to add a filter for the fiscal year so that the user can select whether they want to see results for 2017, 18, or 19. And so if you're looking at this is the report here, Course Reserve Print Loans. If you're looking at it now, you see you've got a drop-down menu, and you have to select all of the courses that you want to appear on the report. And if you want all of them to appear, then you have to select all of them. And so what we want is for this drop-down menu to have all of these boxes checked as the default setting. So a couple of things. In order to do that, you're going to have to go to the Prompts tab, and we're actually going to have to delete this particular prompt and start over. And you add a prompt by clicking the green plus icon and doing column prompt, and we're going to do a prompt for the column associated course name. And you're going to get a options menu. And if you were to go with these options here, enable user to select multiple values, enable user to type values, you're going to get a prompt that looks like this. And you'll see one of the options is null. And so if you were to select null for associated course name, you would end up getting a report that listed items that were not associated with a course name on your report. So we want to get rid of this option. And so the way to do that is to go back to your choice list value and select SQL results, and then click OK. And then go back, and we're going to deselect enable user to type values, because we just want people to select something from a drop-down menu. And where it says enable user to select multiple values, in the prompt that you just saw, you are selecting values. but if you want your default selection to include specific values, such as all of the course names, if you do default selection specific values, we can, this is a list of all of the courses that we have currently. We can move these from the available window to the selected window by clicking this double arrow. If you hover over it, it says Move All. And then you're going to click the OK button. What's going to happen if you uncheck Enable User to select multiple values? They won't be able to deselect these, which in a way to me seems like it's defeating the purpose. So I'm going to keep this on Enable User to type values, and we're going to click OK. We're going to save the report, and then we're going to run it. Okay, just right before we run the report, let's look at this one more time. So we have Enable User to select multiple values. We added all the courses that we have, and we had selected default selection specific values and added all the courses. And then we got rid of our null option by choosing SQL results, and then we had clicked the OK button, and we saved it. And so we're going to go run the report. And what you'll see here is for associated course name, it's already checked all of the options. So all you have to do is click the OK button, and you will get all of the loans for all of the courses that we have. The only drawback to this is if you went and said you added another English class, English, 1200 or something, the report is not going to know that that course has been added. You would have to manually go into analytics, and you would have to add that course, and by that I mean you would be going to this default selection. You would have to have already created the new course and then made a reading list for it, and then go into the report and add that new course to your default selection here so it shows up in the report. So here you've got everything selected. If you wanted for this is the opposite of how we started. If you just wanted a specific class, then course, then what you're going to have to do is deselect all the ones that you don't want instead of selecting the ones that you want. So it's just as tedious. It's just the complete opposite of selecting all the ones you want as opposed to deselecting the one that you want. So that gives you just the biology class, and you had to deselect all of the courses just to get that one course. So if you just wanted Dr. Nooks, again, you would have to deselect everything just to get this reading list. Removing all the default values, the advantage to that is that this way you don't have to know that another staff member has created a new course and made a reading list for it. If you're not the staff member that creates the reading lists and adds the courses, then you're not necessarily going to know. So by not having a default selection, it's just going to give you the option to select any of the courses that are out there. And then so you see by selecting none, now it changed the drop down menu so it says select a value, and it forces you to go in here and select just the courses that you want to run a report on.